This Uranium One story has been debunked countless times by members of the press, by independent experts. This is such an abuse of power, and it goes right at the rule of law.
Hillary Clinton downplaying that probe into the Uranium One scandal, calling the whole story, as you heard, debunked. But will a newly revealed FBI informant change all of that? Joining us now is someone who knows more about this than anyone, I think, senior investigative reporter for Circa, Sarah Carter. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Ed. How are you?
Good. Let's start big picture. Hillary Clinton says this thing has been debunked.
No, it has not been debunked. I mean, let's go all the way back to Peter Schweizer's book, you know, Clinton Cash, the New York Times writing a massive expose on this. It just has not been investigated. And I think that's what they're most afraid of. You know, either a special counsel or a prosecutor looking into this can really follow the money. And that's what they need to do. I mean, there was over $140 million that went into the Clinton Foundation, into those coffers, and there's other people coming out of the woodwork now who want to address this issue. Yeah. I mean, a leadership in Kazakhstan, people who have direct evidence of what was happening during that time. I say let an investigation pursue and see where it leads.
So, Sarah, let's quick refresher, and then let's push forward on what's really new here. So for our viewers, the FBI in the Obama years was already investigating Uranium One. There were allegations of racketeering and bribery, as I recall it, Russians trying to buy influence here in the U.S. They were looking at whether there was influence with Clinton Foundation money, speech money that went to former President Bill Clinton. And now, among other people the FBI talked to, they had a confidential informant. And what's new is the Justice Department is letting Congress, in the weeks ahead, talk to that informant. What do you think we may learn?
Oh, absolutely. So the informant was with the FBI for more than 4 years. And prior to the approval of Uranium One, which happened in 2010, towards the end of 2010 in October, this informant had been providing all of that information at, as you said, kickbacks, bribery, all kinds of money laundering within the uranium industry in Russia. So I think what the informant is going to be able to provide is absolute documentation that the Russians that they were investigating at the time were directly involved with the Uranium One deal. And they'll be able to expose that. And that is something that right now we don't believe the CFIUS members who approved the deal in 2010, the panel, were aware of at that time.
Okay, so to wrap it up here, I got 90 seconds. The key in terms of Hillary Clinton, so I mean, I think it's important to our viewers that you're saying we haven't publicly heard from this confidential informant. He may have new information that could be troubling, but in fairness to the Clintons, what they're saying is there's no evidence that Hillary Clinton approved this deal. The CFIUS is that panel that went forward with the uranium deal, but she was the sitting Secretary of State at the time. So in the last minute here, tell me what we know and what we don't know about whether Hillary Clinton, whether her fingerprints were on this or not.
Well, all you have to do is look at this. She was, Secretary of State at the time. The Clinton Foundation was directly receiving donations from people that were very interested in this deal being approved. I think we need to take a step back and let the Justice Department do its job. If it's going to do its job, as Attorney General Sessions promised, they need to investigate this. They need to move forward. They need to hear what the informant has to say, and they need to look at the troves of documents that this informant has retained and will be willing to share with Congress in order to answer some of those biggest questions.
Democrats are saying it's debunked. Sarah Carter has been following the facts from the beginning. We're going to continue to do that on this program. We appreciate you coming in, Sarah.
Thank you, Ed.
Coming up, Senator Jeff Flake caught on a hot mic. Ooh, hate when that happens. He's got some harsh words, yes, for President Trump.